Good day, Kavibal, and welcome to our Speakers Demo Reel webinar series. For the demo teaching today, the topic will be on It's Okay Not to Fit in the Box, Embracing Diversity and Integrating Respect in the Lesson. Before we begin, take note of the following reminders. We will be posting the Zoom link in the comment section before our demo teaching, and the first 5 participants to join the Zoom meeting will be allowed to have close interaction with the speaker during the session and have an open forum after the demo teaching. The first 5 participants will serve as the students for the speaker's demo reel and will get a copy of the speaker's presentation at the end of the webinar. For those who will be chosen, make sure your microphones are turned off until asked to turn on. Good day again, Kaviba, and welcome to our Speakers Them Real webinar series. For this discussion today, the topic will be on It's Okay Not to Fit in the Box, Embracing Diversity and Integrating Respect in the Lesson. Before we begin, take note of the following reminders. The Zoom link is already posted in our comment section, so if you'd like to join the demo reel, please click on the link. Make sure you are registered to the webinar to have your e-certificate of participation. Visit certificate.vibalgroup.com to generate your proof of attendance. Place your questions on the comment box allotted during the session, and they will be addressed by our speaker later on. Share the video using hashtag LearnAs1PH as our official hashtag to our Vibal webinars. Experience learning, Kavibal! And now, to proceed with our webinar this afternoon, it is my pleasure to introduce to you our distinguished speaker today. Miss Jodelyn S. Alas graduated as cum laude from the Philippine Normal University for the course Bachelor of Elementary Education. She has completed her academic requirements for Master of Arts in Educational Leadership and Management and is now enrolled in thesis writing for the same graduate study course from the same university. Helped and shaped by her teaching experience of 2 years in St. James Academy of Malabon City, she is at present serving as Teacher 2 of Lacandula Elementary School in Manila for more than 3 years. Miss Alas has training certification for completing a pre-press operation for visual graphic design NC3 training course and is also functioning as the school's website administrator and co-ICT coordinator. Above everything, she prefers calling herself a work in progress and a child of God. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome Miss Jodelyn S. Alas.
Good afternoon mga kabibal! Thank you so much for joining me po today. Let me start this demo reel po by taking this chance to give thanks once again to Bibal Group for this another blessing, another chance to share and serve. Please know po that I will always be very thankful. To my very supportive LDS family, starting with our dear principal, Dr. Miriam B. Colliantes. Thank you so much po. Of course, to my co-teachers, good afternoon and thank you po. Finally, and most importantly, to all of you po, mga kabibal, my dear co-educators, thank you for joining me today po, and happy Friday. Allow me to present my screen po as we start. All right. So every demo reel, I begin the hour of learning po by asking the teachers two questions. Of course, I will not be able to hear all of your answers. I will not be able to see all of your answers, but on your own and silently, please reflect and answer these two questions. Teachers, how are you? If you're still in the present school year, how's your class? We are already near the end of the school year po, ano? And for the case of the other teachers, they already have finished the school year. Now, whatever is your situation, allow me to remind you po that you have to hang in there. We will finish this school year po successfully. And for the case of the other teachers, you will be able to start a new school year po successfully. So teachers, let's hang in there and let's persevere. I hope po that you learned something new today as we talk about how it's okay not to fit into the box. And let's embrace diversity and integrate respect in the lesson in this demo reel. Now, teachers, aiming for a safe and welcoming class while winning challenges of discrimination and stereotyping is challenging but possible. Today po, I want us to embrace diversity and integrate respect together by having these parts of my demo reel. Okay, the first part of this demo reel po will be for me to introduce to you why we need to embrace diversity and integrate respect. Okay, after that, we are going to have po our demo proper. Okay, after the demo proper, we are going to allocate time for our discussion and reminders. Teachers, please be reminded po, I want to emphasize that everything that will be shared here are based on my own experiences and of course, the knowledge and inspiration from different sources. So allow me to present to you po here my references for this demo reel. Okay. Okay, of course, gratitude to all these great minds and no copyright infringement is intended. Okay, let's begin. So, teachers, in schools, we and even in our online classes, we communicate with diverse children. We interact with unique individuals. And because of that, it is important for us to look into welcoming and embracing this diversity, which means to accept the differences in others. This includes many factors, including religion, political or sex and sexual orientation, gender. If you will notice po this week, the speakers' talks were about something that has something to do with the Pride Month, right? So as I was assigned and tasked to look for a topic related to that as well in celebration of the Pride Month, I decided that integrating respect and promoting the acceptance of diversity is one way to actually celebrate that month. So we have our topic at the moment. All right. So aside from gender, diversity po also includes age, race, ethnicity, language, socioeconomic status, and even family structure. Now, why do we need to embrace diversity? Teachers, if we are aiming for to maximize diversity among us teachers, all the more we need to maximize potential of diversity among our learners. So this will help us with raising broad-minded and well-educated children, those children who will stand up to intolerance, discrimination, and will reject stereotypes. Okay. By embracing diversity teachers, we are also helping the learners realize that all people are unique and that differences are good and valuable. What else? There. Embracing diversity po will empower our students to feel safe, to build healthy relationships, and make meaningful impact on others. Okay, on the other hand, if we lack diversity and inclusiveness in our classes, this may result to learners feeling isolated or having increased stress levels, especially for learners who are considered in the minority or marginalized group. Yeah, this may also cause them to be victims of bullying at higher rates, which we are trying to prevent. Okay. I want to share this statement to you po as we try our first step to embracing diversity. So in this article po, 4 ways to help your students embrace diversity, it was stated that culturally responsive instruction can help to show your student that differences in viewpoints and culture are meant to be cherished and appreciated, not judged and feared. All right. So, what's great way to embrace diversity? It is, of course, one way is to promote respect and teach respect among our learners. So, why do we need to teach respect? Okay. first reason, it lessens distractions and behavioral disruptions. And that's something beneficial for us teachers because that will result to having conducive learning environment, which will help our students succeed. And more importantly, if we are going to teach respect and actually develop respect among our learners, these may develop an understanding of themselves, of the world, and the people around them. Okay. Teachers, if we are going to teach and learn about respect, according to the article Teaching Respect in the Modern Classroom, this will cover different topics and even different values such as honesty, gratitude. But in my demonstration today po, we are going to focus on respect in relation to there, appreciating differences. That will be the focus of our demonstration today. And gender sensitivity and awareness. This is for us to be true to our title, which is to embrace diversity, because gender differences are all parts of of the idea of diversity. Okay. Of course, teachers, I have bases for integrating gender sensitivity and awareness in our talk on diversity and respect. I will show you my legal basis on why we may carefully integrate respect in our lesson. Okay, so what basis am I talking about? First po, the 1987 Philippine Constitution. And this states po that the state shall protect and promote the right of all citizens. Okay, something relevant to diversity. And shall take appropriate steps to make education accessible to all. Another one, and my most important basis for integrating respect and diversity is the DepEd Order number 32 series of 2017. We call this order po the Gender Responsive Basic Education Policy, if you're familiar. So what is in here in DepEd Order number 32 series of 2017? Yeah, it states po that DepEd shall commit to integrate the principles of gender equality, gender equity, gender sensitivity, non-discrimination, and human rights in the provision and governance of basic education. That is in line po with the DepEd's mandate to ensure that access to quality basic education will be for all. All right. DepEd Order number 32, series of 2017 also mentioned that gender responsive education is protective. Hence, I decided to include this topic for our demo reel today. Okay, another one. We may mainstream gender in different activities such as instruction and assessment, which we will work on today. Yan. Before teachers, we start with the demo proper of this hour of learning. I want to give you some reminders regarding the demonstration po. Okay? For us to achieve the aim of this demonstration reel, I want to emphasize po that we will skip some parts of our usual routine. So what parts are we going to skip? Creative attendance, health report, drill, and review. They are very important parts of every lesson, but for now, we will skip them po for us to be able to have enough time okay, and give focus to our main concern of the day. Right? Okay. After those discussions, let us now go po to the demo proper, okay, of this demo reel. Let's go to our demo proper na po. So for this demonstration proper, there, our teacher participants in the Zoom will be my learners po for today. So allow me to check my learners for the day. There you go. People here, and the teachers here in the Zoom meeting po where we are joined will be my learners today. So to my teacher learners, please participate actively po and allow me to consider you like my real students for today, only for today. All right. So allow me to see our chat area as well. Okay. I'm opening the chat area po because teacher participants, I need you po to type 1 if you are ready for our demo reel. Please type 1, teachers, if you are ready for our demo reel today. Okay, let me see. Are they already typing 1? Let me just look at the application. Ayan, very good. They are already typing 1, meaning they are very much ready. Okay. For a while po, I'm just checking on my application po for me to be able to see all participants clearly because I need to see their answers po. Yeah, there you go. Okay, there you go. Let us now start with the demo proper of this demo reel. Let's begin. Thank you so much for your number ones. All right. Good afternoon, grade 3 learners. Thank you for joining me today, children. Thank you for being with me in this another day of learning. Let's learn together in this science class. So, grade 3 learners, let's start this class by having a game. Okay. Our first game for the day will be a simple game we call Tell Me Quickly. All right. So, children, for this activity, all you have to do is type within 10 seconds what I will ask of you. Wait for me to say go, okay? And then that's the time you may send your answers already. Okay, I'm just preparing. Okay, so for our Tell Me Quickly activity, children, you need to use your fast typing skills. Okay, and then wait for my signal before you send your answer. Let's start. All right, children, tell me quickly one object in your house that is big. All right, 10 seconds only. Go. Type quickly, okay? Wow, nice one. They are very fast. Okay. All right. Time's up. Okay. Thank you so much for your answers. You have several answers here. Let's call somebody to share for the whole class, okay? Let me call Gabriel. Gabriel, may you please share your answer for the whole class? Please read the one you typed there. May open your microphone. Not yet ready? That's okay, anak, ha? Ayan, he's already ready.
Okay, so I type po yung cable.
Table. Thank you so much. That really is big. Thank you, anak. Very good. Let's call one more pupil from the class. Angelita, may you please share your answer to the class, anak?
I answered refrigerator.
Good job. Very good, anak. Thank you so much for sharing to us. Okay, let's have one more item for our Tell Me Quickly activity. Second one, children, tell me quickly one object in your house that is soft. Okay, soft. Ready? Go. All right. Very good. You're very fast. Okay, time's up. Thank you so much, children. Let's call somebody from the class to share the answer. Max Steven, are you ready to share your answer, anak? Please share your answer.
Yes, ma'am. I answered stuffed toys.
Nice one. Very good, anak. Soft toys, really soft. Very good. What about Alaika? Alaika, may you share your answer, please?
Hello, ma'am. My answer is pillow.
Nice one. Pillow is also soft. Good job, children. Let's go to the next one. Tell me quickly. One object in your house that is green. Ready? Go. Very good. You're answering very fast. Okay, time's up. Thank you so much. Let's hear the answer of Sid. Sid, may you please share your answer to the class?
Hello, ma'am. Table cover.
Nice one. Table cover. Maybe your table cover in the house is green, anak, no? Very good. Let's hear Gabriel. What's your answer, Gabriel?
My answer is plants po.
Very good. That really is color green. Good job, anak. Thank you. And of course, point for you. Okay, I think this is the last one for this game. Tell me quickly, children, one object in your house that is smooth. Ready? Go. All right. Okay, time's up. Thank you so much. Let's hear the answer of Stephanie. Stephanie, may you share your answer to the class, anak? You may open your microphone.
Table po.
Nice one. Thank you, anak. That is smooth. What about Angelita? What's your answer?
I answered skin. My skin.
Nice. Smooth skin. Very good. Thank you, anak. A point for you, of course. Very good. Okay, congratulations, children. You easily answered our items for the Tell Me Quickly activity. And in that game, you notice, I hope, that we use different words such as big, soft, green, and smooth. Now, the reason why I included them in our activity, children, is because they are examples of characteristics. Today, we will learn about characteristics in terms of size, shape, color, texture, and others as we go on with our different activities. Don't worry, you will learn more about them later. So let's learn what are the things we will be accomplishing today. May I request one pupil from the class to read our today's objectives? Type I if you want me to call you so you can read for the whole class. Type I, children. If you want to read our objectives, you may type I so I can call you. Okay. Jean Alaika, may you please open your microphone, anak, and read the things we will try to accomplish today.
Objectives. Today we will, number one, describe different objectives based on their characteristics.
Okay, objects based on their characteristics. Next one, anak.
Number two, type observe characteristics of different objects and number three, communicate the importance of respecting people's differences in characteristics, appearance, and choices.
Okay, nice reading, Jean Alaika. Very good. Today, we will try to accomplish these three objectives. We will learn together and help one another in achieving them. Let's start achieving them, children, by having our story time. Okay, so for our story time, all you have to do is to listen carefully and participate actively in answering the questions about the story. All right? So you just need to use your listening skills and, of course, participate when asked. So, children, type 1 if you are ready for our story time. Okay. Looks like they're ready. Thank you, children. Let's start. Let's have our story time. One day, Faye was given a task by the teacher to bring to school their favorite object. It may be toys or gifts they receive. They were reminded to be prepared in describing it to the class during their sharing tomorrow. Faye excitedly went home to look for one. At home, Faye looked at the different objects that receive her interest. Ah, Looks like Faye is having difficulty choosing, children, and that is because these objects are all her favorites for different reasons. Now, in order to choose the one that Faye will bring to school, she decided to follow their teacher's advice, which is to look into the characteristics of the object for them to be ready to describe it for the class. My grade 3 learners, Faye remembered that their teacher described characteristic as feature or quality of an object. If we are going to describe an object in terms of characteristic, we may use color. Examples of this may be red, blue, yellow, pink, and other colors. Size, for example, small or big. We may also describe an object using one characteristic we call the shape. We may describe an object as round, square, triangle, or other shape. We may also describe an object in terms of texture. Is that object smooth or maybe rough? Then describe it using texture. We may also describe an object in terms of its characteristic we call weight. Heavy or light are examples of weight. Okay, so children, today we will help Pe in looking into these objects and learning more about them for her to be able to decide. So we are going to help Pe by playing two truths and a lie. So what are we going to do here? We will try to describe the objects Pe prepared, and then you will observe the given object and find the lie about it. So among the statements that I will show, two of them will be truths and one will be the lie. We are going to investigate and look for that one lie. Type I, children, if you want to answer. Type 1 if you are ready for our next activity. One for ready, please. Okay, I think they are ready. Let's play two truths and a lie. Let's help Pe learn more about the pencil by looking at these statements. The pencil is orange. The pencil is light. The pencil is heavy. Which of these three is the lie? Investigate carefully, read carefully the sentences, and find the lie. Type I if you want to share your answer. Okay, let's hear it from Sid. Sid, may you please look for the lie?
The lie here is the pencil is light. The heavy.
Heavy. Okay. Thank you for your answer, Sid. Let's see if you were able to investigate correctly. Very good. Okay, 1 point for you, Sid. Good job. The statement, the pencil is heavy, is a lie. So let's remove that. Now, children, if we are saying that pencil is orange and that the pencil is light, what characteristics are described in these two statements? Type I if you want to share your answer. What characteristics are used to describe the pencil? You may type I if you want to share your answer. Okay, may I call you Angelita, anak? Angelita, what characteristics are used to describe the pencil?
The characteristics of the pencil determines the color and the weight.
Okay, very good. Thank you, anak Angelita. That's correct. The characteristics, color, and weight. Okay, these two are the ones we use to describe the pencil. Okay, let's investigate more to help Pe. This time, let us allow Pe learn more about the toy car. Now, children, find the lie about the toy car. Here are the statements. The toy car is very big. The toy car is smooth. The toy car is small. Investigate, children, and read carefully. Find the lie, type I if you want to share your answer. Okay, Steven, that was fast. Which is the lie?
The toy car is very big.
All right, let's see if Max Steven answer is correct. Okay, thank you so much, anak, Max Steven. A point for you, of course. Yes, this statement is wrong because the toy car is smooth and the toy car is small but not very big. Look at this statement, children. What characteristics were used to describe the toy car? Type I if you want to share your answer. Okay, Jean Alaika. Please share your answer, anak.
We used texture and size.
Okay, that was great. Very good, Alaika. That's correct. For these two statements, we describe the toy car using the characteristics size and texture. Good job. Thank you so much, Alaika. Point for you, of course. Let's go to our third object. Let's help Pe learn more about the bottle of juice by looking for the lie. First one, the juice is rough. The juice is orange. The bottle of the juice is smooth. Investigate and read carefully which is the lie. Type I if you want to share your answer. Okay, that was fast, anak. Angelita, share your answer, please.
The lie there is the juice is rough.
Okay, let's see. Great. Good investigating, Angelita. Very good, anak. The juice is rough. That statement is a lie. Now, if we are going to say that the juice is orange and that the bottle is smooth, what characteristics are we describing here? Type I if you want to share your answer. Anyone? The juice is orange. The bottle of the juice is smooth. What characteristics did we use there? Max Steven.
We use the color and the texture.
Nice one. Good job, Anna. Color and texture. Very good. Let's go to the last object this time. Let's look for the lie. It says here that the pan is blue. The upper part of the pan is circle. The pan is small. Investigate and read carefully which is the lie. Type I if you want to share your answer. Anyone? Okay, Angelita, which is the lie?
The fan is blue.
Okay, let's see. Nice investigating, Angelita. Very good. The pan here is not blue. And we describe the upper part of the pan as circle and then the whole pan as small. What children characteristics did we use here? Type I if you want to share your answer. Okay, Sid.
Shape and size.
Okay, let's see. Very good, Sid. A point for you, anak. Very good. For these two statements, we use the characteristics shape and size. Congratulations, grade 3. Very good, children. See, with that simple activity, you were able to try using characteristics already. And please do not forget, children, that in describing, you may use different characteristics. One object may have more than one of these characteristics. Okay, so children, in that activity as well, we use different objects such as pencil, toy car, bottle, and portable pan. These objects, children, are called solid objects. Do not worry because in our next meeting, you will learn more about the solid objects. For today, I want you to focus on the different characteristics we use to describe those solid objects. Let me challenge you, grade 3 learners. May you please look for one object you have there with you, which you can describe using these characteristics. I need you to type I if you want to share your answer to the class. Anyone? Any object you have there, you may use just one characteristic from here to describe it. You just need to type I if you want to share your answer. Let's start with me as example. For example, I have here a pen. This pen is black. Okay, as simple as that. May you please try it as well. Type I if you want to share your answer. Okay, Sid. Thank you for very well participation, Sid. May you please share your answer to the class?
I have here with me my huggable teddy bear.
Nice
And
one.
the color of my huggable teddy bear is brown.
Nice one. Very good. What characteristic did you use, Anak, to describe your teddy bear?
Color.
Okay, very good. Congratulations, Sid. 3 points for that. Good job. Let's call somebody else. Anyone else who would like to share one object you have there, which you think you may describe for the class? Type I if you want to share your answer. Anyone else? No more? Not yet ready? Anyone? You may type I, okay? Do not be shy. Okay, we have one here. Let's call Jean. Jean, may you please share your answer to the class?
I have here beside me my laptop, and my laptop is color blue.
Okay. Great, Jean. May you please tell me what characteristic did you use to describe that object?
I use color.
Okay, congratulations. 3 points for you as well, Jean. Okay, let's have the last one. Okay, Angelita, may you please share your answer to the class?
Okay, I have here a chair, and my chair I'm sitting is big.
Okay, good job. What characteristic did you use to describe anak?
The characteristic that I use is size.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Angelita. 3 points for you as well. Congratulations, children. Okay, you are doing very well. Now, with your help, because of that activity, children, we were able to help Faye learn more about the different objects here she prepared. Now, she gave herself some time and decided to bring with her the toy car. All right. Now, why the toy car, you said? Aside from she really enjoys playing with it, it is a precious gift for her, okay, from her friend when they were in kindergarten. Interesting to share, right? So, with that, let's continue our story and learn what happened in the school the next day. Okay. So, children, during her turn, Faye excitedly shared the toy car in their science class. However, while describing the toy car to the whole class, one classmate raised the hand and asked a question. Is not toy car a toy for boys? Why do you like it? It is also color blue. Faye stopped in her sharing and thought of the question. Children, if you were Faye, what would you answer to that question? One classmate said, "Is not toy car a toy for boys? It is also color blue." If you were Faye, what would you answer to that question? You may type I if there's something you want to share. Okay. Sid, yes, anak, we are listening.
I will answer, it is the toy that my friend gave me.
Okay, thank you so much, Sid. And that's your reason why you decided to bring that. Great answer. Thank you, Sid. What about the others? If you were Faye, What would you answer to that question? Anyway, Sid, I'm giving you 3 points for your answer. Anybody else? What would you answer to that question? All right. I will give you more time to think of what you will be answering to that question. For now, let's look at what Faye answered to that question. Faye smiled and answered her classmate politely. I think we can all play with any toys we want. We have reasons for liking them, and girls can also play toy car. The teacher in the class was happy with hearing Faye's answer. One classmate even said, I also play dolls with my sister because I want her to be happy. Another pupil said, I also like blue and yellow and other colors. After some time, the classmate who asked also said, I'm sorry, I understand you now. You can play with the toy that you want if it makes you happy. It's a gift from your friend too. That's why it's important to you. The teacher in the class was happy hearing the sharing. He said, very well, children. I'm glad that you're being kind to what your classmates like, even if they are not the same as yours. You may play with any toys you prepare as long as it's okay for your age because you will learn from them. Toy cars are not only for boys. There is also no color that is only for boys or only for girls. Aren't we like these objects, teacher? Pe finally said. Some objects look different. We also have different likes. The teacher smiled and answered, yes, just like these objects, we have different characteristics and likings too. What about you, children? Do you agree that people, just like objects, have different characteristics? Yes or no? You may type your answer in the chat area. Do you agree that people, just like objects, have different characteristics? Okay, I can see your answers. They answered yes. Okay, thank you for your answers. If yes, in what way do you think people may differ from one another? In what way do you think people may differ from one another? You may type I if you want to share your answer. Stephanie, what's your answer, anak?
Ma'am, people differ when it comes to their personality.
Okay, nice answer, Stephanie. That's a good one. Personality. 3 points for you. Very good. Let's call this time Max Steven. In what way do you think people may differ from one another?
People may differ from another by their family background, race.
Okay, very good, Steven. Your answer is great. Good job. 3 points for you. Let's hear this time Rosalita. What's your answer, anak?
Skin color. People differ in their skin color.
Very good. Just like objects who have objects that have different colors, people have different colors too. Good job, Rosalita. Last one. Let's call Gina Laika.
People may differ by their beliefs.
Okay, nice one, Laika. By their belief. Very good. Now, children, your answers are all correct. And I think your answers give me idea of how you think people may differ from one another. Now, children, just like the objects we studied, people come in different characteristics too. We have different shape, yes, size, and even color. We also have different likings. Thank you for your answers, but let me challenge you more. Grade 3. Are you still going to play or make friends with children who are different from you? You may type I if you want to share your answer. Are you still going to make friends or play with children who are different from you? Max Steven, share to us your answer, anak.
Yes, of course.
Why, anak?
Because we can learn from each others in terms of color, race, and family background.
Okay, that's a very good answer. Thank you, anak, for sharing that. Let's call somebody else, ha? I'm giving you 3 points. What about Maria Socorro? Anything you would like to share? Why are you still going to make friends or play with them? You answered yes in the chat area, anak. Not yet ready? That's okay. You may still prepare your answer. Let's call this time John May. John May, why yes, anak?
Because we are all unique individuals, we have our own differences, and I believe life would be boring if we're all the same.
Wow, that's a nice belief, anak. Life will be boring if we're all the same. Good job. Let's have one more, no? Let's call Sid. Anyway, I gave you anak 3 points, ha? Sid, share your answer, please.
Yes, I will still going to play or make friends with other children who are different from me. Especially, I do believe that my parents told me that all of us are created equally.
Wow, nice answer. I hope that you'll be able to model that for other children too. Good thinking, anak. Thank you so much. Okay, I think let's go to our next challenge. Children, this is just an example situation. What will you do if you have friends who like things that you do not like? What will you do if you have friends who like things that you do not like? Type I if you want to share your answer.
Sabi ko na eh, PPI. May mga tao, may mga kumakain. Ay, ayan na, hala, bilisan mo. Doon yan eh, doon yan. Sa
Kindly
pila
turn
yan.
off your microphone. Okay, let's call Angelita. Angelita, anak.
Okay. For me, for those people who I'm not alike with them, I would learn to appreciate them in that way.
Why?
Even though we are different, I will try to adjust myself with them and try to
Ay,
appreciate
yung
them.
line for ano?
Okay, thank you, Angelita. That's a very nice answer.
Jillian and ano.
Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to
Ano
turn
ba
off
yun?
the
Yan yung switch?
microphone.
Akala ko there's open at 4 p.m. Akala ko there's open at 4 p.m.
Ma'am Jillian, naka-on po yata ang inyong
Ay,
microphone.
nurse po yung 4 people sa inside po. Dalawang table.
Walang ganun na ano, instruction. I was here din ng kay Kio.
Apologies to wait for a
Parang
while.
yung instruction nyo before, di ba? First come, first serve. By 4 p.m. pa magpapapasok.
Nagpapasok na po kami ng
Ayan. Alright. Okay, already. Thank you, anak. Very good, ha. That's a good answer. Thank you so much. We're starting correctly. Thank you. Alright, what about the others? Anything you would like to share? For example, this is the situation. You have a friend who like things you do not like. What are you going to do? Type I if you want to share your answer. Let's just hear one more. Anyone? No more answer? Okay, thank you. That's okay. You may take your time and think of an answer. Okay, you may reflect on your own. Children, I hope that the answer you will be having later, just like that of the answer of Angelita, will show respect. Okay, so children, I want you to remember that people who act or look like people who do not look like or act like you, they are still people, and we need to be kind and understanding of all people, of everyone. So children, please remember to be kind, understanding, okay, and respectful to everyone. Thank you so much for trying your best and answering the challenges I gave you. Now, what happened to Pen, the class? What happened to them? Okay, the sharing in their class led them to knowing more about each other and respecting one another's choices. They ended the class by emphasizing that just like the objects they learned in science, people have different characteristics, appearance, and choices which must be respected. Type 2 if you listen to the story and you're ready for our next activities. Okay, thank you so much for your answers, for your number 2. Thank you. Okay, with your great answers, children, I think you are now ready for our exit activity. What are you going to do for this one? Children, you just need to draw one favorite object of yours. Okay, somehow the same with what Fed did, right? So just this time, you have to draw one favorite object of yours and describe its different characteristics. You may describe its color, size, shape, and weight, and the other characteristics. You may write the description in ways you prefer. For example, if you want to describe it using a song, if you're good with that, very good. If you want to use poem, no problem with me. If you prefer just using simple sentences, that's okay too. So, children, you may also decorate your works with designs and colors that you want. Be creative, okay? And be yourself. Children, remember that we are together in building a respectful classroom and community. Thank you so much, children. And now, thank you so much po to my teacher learners for participating actively in our demonstration. Thank you so much. We will assume po and pretend that this part was done for us to be able to proceed to the short explanation part of this demo reel. Once again, virtual claps to our teacher participant. Thank you so much po. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much, teachers. Okay, let's now go po to the discussion and reminders part of our demonstration reel. So, children, teachers, I'm still in the demonstration mood. Ano? So, teachers, in my demonstration po, I showed you just an example, a very simple example of how we may embrace diversity and integrate respect. Looking back, I just used simple story, right? I applied it from the lesson proper to the valuing and assessment part. And of course, the valuing and assessment part, I used them to integrate respect and encourage diversity. Now, I also made use of this. If you notice, I was careful with attention. In our demonstration reel, this is limited because we have limited learners. But as much as possible, I try to give the same attention to all of these teacher participants we have here. I also made sure that the materials and language are all free of any discrimination to prevent biases in order to respect differences and model respect. Now, let me present to you for the ideas that guided my story choice. Now, the reason why I presented that story for the class is because I believe it is important for us to recognize the similarities and differences in the behavior of our learners. It is also important to encourage children to learn about their strengths, okay, and not to focus on people's perception. I cited that from the article Diversity in Education, and I applied that in our demonstration reel. Okay, the ideas that guided my story choice is this one from the article, Four Ways to Help Your students embrace diversity. Provide students with evidence that people, I mentioned this in the story, people who do not look or act like them are still people just like them. All right. In terms of the activities, these are the ideas that guided my activity choice. For example, value every children's individual special efforts and creative input. That's why for the assessment, for the exit activity part, if you notice, I asked them to describe the object in ways they prepare, in ways they are good at. Okay, I did not limit them to a single instruction. Okay, it is also possible for us to introduce open-ended projects so that the pupils may work depending on their ability. Okay, now aside from the ones I use and I mentioned, my presentation is very limited and very lacking. There are many other ways we can use and we must do for us to embrace diversity and integrate respect. For example, we may build a culture of learning from one another, suggested by this article as well. Now, rather than the culture of passing judgment of differences, we may learn to try to learn from one another. We may start building that culture. Okay, what other way we may do? This one. We may call out sexist notions or terminology in the text we use. For example, there should be no discrimination in the textbook, magazine, or any other learning materials we are using. Okay, what else? This one. Highlight any gender stereotypical language, okay, and use this to invite broader discussion. Let's catch those teaching moments, okay, for us to be able to promote acceptance of diversity and integration of respect. This one, I think this is really applicable at the moment at our using with our situation. I mean, we may videotape our classes and then review our interactions with the students. Okay, another one, find out as much as possible about your students so that we will be able to respect their differences. Okay, and then this, in our classrooms, in our classes, we may use media photos that will show many different stories of different, for example, groups, ethnic groups, different gender backgrounds. Let us prevent stereotypes and discrimination in the materials we are using in the classroom. Okay, we may also encourage mindfulness. I think this one is a good suggestion from Go Guardian team. We should discourage the use of weird or gross when something unfamiliar is described. Okay, we may also avoid references to gender roles and norms in the classroom and when also we're discussing home life. Okay, here are other activities I suggest. I just saw them as I look for activities where we may integrate respect, and I think this will be helpful if we will just try to use it appropriately based on our situation. Okay, it's still depending on our context. So first, get the student think about their own beliefs. Usually, they use this for as first step. For example, the activity of core corners, where the learners may choose from the different ideas you provided, ideas relevant to respect. Okay, so that's one activity we may use. This one, group your students heterogeneously, okay? So that our groups in the classroom will reflect diversity in the classroom, okay? This one, again, from Go Garden team, we may host po what can we learn about you day. This is a good activity. With this activity, students will get up in front and then introduce to their classmates something new or just share something unique or special, okay? So that's one way we may embrace diversity in our classroom and promote respect. Okay. Finally, I suggest for us not to allow our subjects to limit the integration. We may creatively but still carefully integrate respect and diversity when chances arise. So again, teachers, integrating respect and diversity in the lesson is challenging. It requires planning, but this is really possible. Let us try producing for respectful learners. And let me read this statement from the article Diversity in Education, which I think will be a guiding idea for us. So, yes, it is difficult to integrate respect and try to embrace diversity, but remember po that trust and commitment will always help to have a wonderful base for building a diverse and respectful class. Okay, so again, the sharings we had in our demo reel today are, of course, all thanks to these great minds from the different references I used. Okay, so I think that ends our sharing and discussion about embracing diversity and integrating respect. I thank Ma'am Jillian and the other people staff. We may now po have our open forum.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We will now
Thank you
proceed to our
po.
question and answer portion. Our teachers here in the Zoom meeting can raise their questions by chatting po in our chat box, or you may unmute your microphones. We also encourage our YouTube viewers to post in your questions in our comment section. All right. So while we're waiting for our teachers in the Zoom meeting to think of their questions, our first question is from July Magdigma. Is there a right age or time po for our students to introduce this topic?
Thank you po. If you will notice po in our demonstration, I mentioned during the demo proper that my target learner in the demo is grade 3, right? So if you notice, the intention for this integration is for young learners. If you're talking po about right time, I will be speaking um, rep, based on some references as well. Okay, there are different articles that mention it is really okay to start young. Okay, to start integrating this lesson even for young learners. The earlier we teach them or introduce to them a certain value, of course, the better the result may be. So I think there's no problem if it's just the idea of respect and diversity. There's no problem starting in elementary or maybe in preschool. It's just that we have to be really careful. Okay, really careful, especially when we're talking about diversity. Okay, and I think there's no problem as long as it's this value of respect we are trying to teach them, because even for these young learners we may start modeling these values as well. I hope I answered the question.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Do our teachers here in the Zoom meeting have any questions for our speaker? You may unmute your microphones or you may chat in our chat box. Ayan, we have a question po in our chat box from one of our teachers really in the Zoom meeting. Gender sensitivity is a delicate issue since this is grade 3 pupils and their parents are with them joining. What if the parents are not aware of this issue?
Mm-mm. Thank you so much for that. While preparing, this is one of the concern that came to my mind. Thank you so much for this question. Yes, to be honest, integrating gender sensitivity and awareness is um, a, a, a topic we handle very carefully. Okay, if for example, a parent is not agreeing to for example, to the value you are introducing, especially if it is related to gender sensitivity, we must respect. It always goes back to respect point. We must respect that they have reason for that. Okay, you may start doing something else. For example, inviting parents for an orientation regarding this before introducing it to the learners, just for us to be able to see their reactions first. So that will be very important, and I think that will be helpful. That's the way I can think of. Thank you, Ma'am Sid. Did I answer for the question?
Yes,
Thank you
ma'am.
very Thank you very much, Ma'am Jodelyn. That's all the questions we have for now. Any last reminders to our viewers for today po?
Okay, thank you, ma'am. The sharing I presented to you today po is locking in many different ways. Okay, what I always suggest po is for us to try our own ways. Okay, and of course, do not be afraid to learn from other educators, whatever the topic it is that we are learning. So, teachers, just like what I said in the beginning of this demo reel, let's persevere to achieve our aim as educator, which is to serve and of course develop respectful and knowledgeable learners. So please, in whatever situation we are right now, always remember that our priority will still be your health and your safety. Stay healthy, happy and safe, and happy weekend po. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Good day.
There we have it. In behalf of Ibal Group Incorporated, I would like to thank our speaker for today for this very interactive and insightful demo teaching session. It is an honor to have you with us today, ma'am. And to all our Kavibal viewers, all thanks to you for your continuous patronage to our daily learning session. Special thanks to our teachers who acted as our participants and students for this afternoon. Ma'am Angelita Teodoro, Ma'am Sid Villarreal, Ma'am John May Lara, Ma'am Maria Socorro Ferrer, Sir Max Steven Pudok, Ma'am Rosalita O. Malyari, Ma'am Rose Maritan, and Ma'am Stephanie Ong. Thank you very much, teachers. You may download the speaker's presentation in our chat box. Don't forget to register to get your e-certificate of participation. We also encourage you to subscribe and watch on our official Vival Facebook and YouTube channel. Muli, maraming salamat at magandang araw sa ating lahat.